Okay, I think we're live.
Amazing. I have to say,
3 minutes late, but
technical difficulties. I have to say, like for anybody who's watching right now, if you were at Bring On the Sunshine Festival, you will know that Alice and Tichawana did a lot of the front of stage, but because it's COVID and because of bubbles, they actually did all the back end of stage as well. So they know how to do this setup thing. Like I was doing other things, like I know how to do other things, but now look, we know how to do multiple things.
it's selective memory. At any given point in time, I draw on the memory that I need.
So, yes, in that given time, you only use what you need at that moment, and you conveniently forget everything.
Yes, it goes in the memory bank, so
it's efficient. I always imagine it like table space, like your brain is like table space, and you can only fit so much on the table at one time. You need to put the other stuff in the drawers if you're not using it.
I'm sad to say there's no more space on my table. So if I take
you will be surprised.
Oh no! If I remove stuff from the table, it's not coming back on.
I'm imagining like this super creative space, like with piles of like poetry and writing, and that's what I imagined on your table, Alan.
Oh,
like drums, like it's all on the same table.
There's no linear pattern at all. It's just
I wish that were true, because to be honest, if I was to look, I cannot even recognize anything. I am shocked myself when I pull stuff out of there. I'm like, oh, that was there. Okay.
I think we're all kind of like that too. You don't know what you know until you have to use it, right? So
yeah, but what we have going on is pretty cool. Is Bring On the Sunshine, because we allow each other to just explore in thoughts. I mean, there's one who always tries to anchor things, but
I wonder who that is. Well, there's someone who is surrounded by artists, so
she'll be in the middle.
Exactly.
Who knows? Maybe if there were no artists around, I would be just the creative one.
Maybe
I would need someone to curb me.
Hey, it could be. Maybe you know what you're doing is you just decided you need to help these two out.
Yeah.
Something
structure. Somebody put some structure in place.
I
guys,
cannot say that word.
It's Tuesday. What are we doing? Why are we here?
So we're calling it Taura Tuesday.
Taura. What do you want to say? Yeah. If you've got something to say, say it.
So I have a special request from my favorite Canadian.
Yeah.
He looked at the poster and he was like, I don't know how to say that. What is that word? So maybe we should start there. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about Taura?
Alan is our expert educator, so I'll let him do the education on that one.
I'm the expert there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Taura, I've not had to teach anybody how to say Taura before. So I haven't come up with any special, simple ways of saying that.
But I guess you just imagine ta.
I don't know. Ooh, what would you say? That starts with an ooh. That's English. Oh, just an ooh.
Oolong tea.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, ooh la la.
Ta ooh ra, like.
Yeah, ra might be hard, but
yeah, ra.
So is Taura like a regular word, or is it a special word? Like how else would you use it?
Taura basically means speak or talk. So it's going to be used in any context where speaking is happening. So Taura Sorguda means basically say what you want to say. Or Taura. So it's just speak.
Yeah, you can say Taura, like talk to me, right?
Yeah.
So talk to me. Okay, that's cool.
I've been going through this. I think I was telling you guys last week with my son when we were learning Shona that a lot of these phrases in English are cut down to like one word in Shona. So some rules are kind of different there.
Hey, Shona is super efficient. Thank you very much.
But I'm sure it goes the other way too, right? I'm sure like English has like a one word, and then Shona has like 5 words to say that one word, just because of.
Yeah, that's probably not a vernacular term. Like it would be, I don't know, like a product that wasn't made in our
so we
historical context.
Describe it. We actually don't. It's not a name. It's actually a description of the product. Or whatever it is.
That's not efficient.
It is efficient. Like, you know, if you're saying motorcycle, for example, and you say do, because you know when you sit on a motorcycle, it kind of goes.
That's very efficient.
So you're like,
is that Shona?
Yes.
Huh? Okay, I learned that like in the South. Like I always thought that was in
Ndebele too.
It's Ndebele too. It's the same because you wouldn't have a word for it in either language.
Because it's the same sound.
So it's the same sound.
So it kind of works for.
I always imagine like they found that word like in the 1920s when they had those old motorbikes that would go like
very loud. Yep.
What would you call it now when you've got electric bikes?
What sound does it make? It's onomatopoeic, so it's silent.
It doesn't make any sound.
Well, yeah. That would be interesting. We can.
I think we would call it chipoko.
What does that mean?
That's a ghost. It's just gliding along. There's no sound.
I kind of like that. If I had an electric motorbike, or cycle, I would probably put that on as a sticker. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, chipoko. Like, watch out, I'm a ghost. I just creep up on you and then boom, I'm there.
So then you would probably use like the same word, like if you had like one of those big like 500cc Kawasaki motorbikes, you would use the same.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It can be super tiny, where I'm actually standing on going at 1 kilometer per hour, or it's going at 500 kilometers an hour.
It's so funny. I think it's so interesting the way like you can trace history and the stories of history through language. And I've always loved, like, I think like the people in Zimbabwe, obviously I don't know all the people in Africa, but I think the people in Zimbabwe have got like just the most like on point sense of humor, because the words that they put to things, it's so funny.
Yeah, no, it is.
I think we as Zimbabweans, all of us are comedians and we don't even know. We literally don't even know, because some of the things that people just say in normal conversation at home, and you go ahead and just walk away, and then you're left thinking like, that was the craziest stuff I've ever heard, but nobody was laughing. But you're looking and thinking that was super funny.
Especially if it's not in English, then I think we all just throw it in there, and you can't be offended. It just is.
It's trying to translate the stories. It's like trying to translate the stories. You know, when we are telling the stories and stuff, there are some things that you want to express a certain way, and then you get. I have caught myself so many times when we're doing the education program where I actually say a Shona or Ndebele word.
Oh, I've caught you doing that too. And it's not on purpose. I know when it's not on purpose. So
it just drops because it makes sense as a filler right there. But everyone else who's listening, if they catch it, I don't think they realize it's not an English word.
No, because you just keep going. You just kind of just it just keeps flowing.
You just keep the flow.
I know I found it like so inventive the way people use language. Like if you have multiple languages in your head, and in Zimbabwe, what I found is that they'll say something. So like you'll phrase something in a particular way, for instance, in Shona, but then you say it in English because it sounds funny.
Yeah, you're thinking in Shona, but speaking in English.
Yeah, but you're doing it as a joke, right? You're making a joke.
And you just crack up so bad.
Yeah.
Whoa, listen to what that sounds like.
Yeah.
Well, I think people will be wondering why we're talking like this. I would say it's because this is who we are at Bring On the Sunshine. It's we are full of life, full of energy, always laughing, but in doing that, we're coming up with ideas and programs and things that we want to pursue and we want to see in the community. So we actually live the talk of what we do. If we're having a discussion, I don't think we've ever had a discussion that doesn't have any laughing parts in it.
No.
You know?
I don't think we've ever had a discussion that doesn't have any philosophical parts in it either. So it's like philosophy, laughter, and I don't know.
Yeah.
At least there's no tears yet.
Sometimes there's tears. I don't want to lie. Sometimes when it's festival week, there might be some tears.
Fair enough.
But I think I caught onto a word that I think is bring on the sunshine. I think somebody asked, all we do is it entertainment? And I was like, no, actually, we do entertaining learning.
It's disguised.
Yeah, because even everything that's happening, because even the festival that we do, it's all learning, because everything is curated to teach something. The music that's playing is all saying something, either about the culture, about where we're coming from, the food that there is coming from all different places. So I think everything that we do is entertaining learning. It's all learning, fun learning.
Jackie, are you replaying us?
I was trying to see if we were like actually live on Facebook, and we actually were, because then I started talking to myself and then I panicked a little bit. So, this is why I was not running the stage on Festival Day. Panic!
You had to go and
just echoing what Alan said, though, like, yeah, everything that we do does there's an even if it's just learning more about who Bring On the Sunshine is, there's, if you're paying attention, you get something from it. So
absolutely, and I think it's something, because we are all so passionate about sharing where we come from. We are also passionate. I know we are all from Southern Africa, and we are passionate about the stories that come from there, because that's one part of Africa that maybe there are not enough stories spoken about. I mean, there are not enough stories spoken about all of Africa anyway. But Southern Africa seems to be in a special case of its own, where it doesn't seem to exist.
We don't exist.
Yeah. And just talking the stories that come from there, and it's fun.
So this is kind of, I guess, like, this is our attempt to share some of the stories and the life and the worldview of Southern Africa, of the part of Africa that we grew up in. And yes, it's nostalgic and it's amazing because we remember where we were from, but we also think that we have something to offer the world. Africa has something to offer the world right now. But it hasn't been like written down in a book, so we can't give you the book, although we might write the book. We've been talking about that. Anyway, we can't give you the book, right? Because you know what? Like in Africa, the people are the book. So you are the people.
The history resides in the people, and we talk about it. We pass it down in stories and stuff. And sometimes people, I think, have forgotten that the stories that we do tell from long back actually contain our history, actually have the happenings from before. So some things might appear like, oh, it's just a story. But then when you go deeper into it, you start realizing, no, this is actually the true story of my people. There are stories that I was told by my grandmother, and I just thought, oh, Granny was such an amazing storyteller. Only to find out, like, oh no, she was telling me lived experiences. That's our true history. And we have lots of that in Zimbabwe. And the more we can share and connect and record that stuff, especially with people here, because if we're knowing each other a little more, I think we can interact a little better.
Yeah. So today we're gonna keep it short because this was sort of kind of an introduction. But next week we promise will be more themed, and maybe I won't say less all over the place because I know my people. So
we like all over the place.
But we'll start off with one particular thought, and then expand from there and see where we end up or whatever. So we just wanted to do an introductory one to test out our equipment and all that stuff. So
maybe if maybe on the first thing, maybe if some people have seen us being who we are right now and acting and testing this out this way, maybe on the first one we come, we could link up with people and hear those who already know. Maybe they could come in and connect with us and tell us how they connected with us,
That'd be
where they
awesome.
saw us, right? And then we
Yeah,
continue from there.
Absolutely.
that'd be so cool.
Yeah. Just like hit us up and be like, hey, I remember you guys at this point, or we came to your school, or we were at your workplace, or you came to the church when we were still there, or we're at City Hall. Just connect and let's talk of the stories that you remember or that Bring On the Sunshine brings back to you in terms of what we have done before.
Yeah, things that we don't always know. So
yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you for today, Jackie. Unless you have other closing thoughts, you're the only one who didn't get an opportunity to close out whatever your thoughts are at this point. But this is not.
Wait, I'm finding thoughts. Okay, right. Got some thoughts. Yeah, just that we'd really love for you guys to join us and hang out. We'd love to see your comments. We'd like to hear your ideas. If there's questions you would like to ask or things you would like us to talk about. This is supposed to be an opportunity where we can like share a little more widely some of the conversations and the stories that we have so generously just in this little group of 3 people. And there's more that we can invite. So yeah, we hope that we see you guys next time. And yeah, let us know what you think.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Later, guys.